Best rap trap album. This is one of the hardest ones on the podcast for me this year because you'll also notice with rap and trap and also with alternative and rock, traditionally we've kept the awards different because in the past 4 years of doing this podcast, you've been able to distinctly tell the difference between the two. But rock is struggling so much that indie and alternative like alternative is really like kind of keeping it up, and indie's in a whole nother world. So alternative and rock are its own genre that we'll get to in another part of this. And then rap and trap, same thing. They've kind of really coalesced into one, and so we're doing them together. This year we had Shiesty Season by Pooh Shiesty, The House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad, The Melodic Blue by Baby Keem, Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Sims, You See For Yourself by IDK, Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator, and the self-titled project by Vince Staples.
That's really good. There's so much good work here. Like
all of these are bangers. And if it's okay with you, I can start narrowing down.
How about it?
And this is, again, you all got nominated. No offense to any of the artists here, but I gotta narrow down. This is the time. IDK's You See For Yourself. I thought it was fantastic. Both his most consistent project and still 100%. The thing I get annoyed with IDK the most, which is none of his projects are consistent.
Yes.
Like, I don't think the album was enough of a banger to play all the way through. That being said, I felt that way about all of IDK's albums, but I felt that the gems within IDK's albums,
they're the best,
are so good.
The best he's written
like
far.
Kanye at his prime, good. Red gave me a lot of distinctions with that like random doom verse that's sort of posthumous. The lyric that you got a lot of stuff going on there in that track, but Red really caught on to me. Prada to Bang, Keto, all really good tracks from there. And so IDK is a phenomenal songwriter. I just need him to distill his best tracks to the songs. Shiesty Season by Pooh Shiesty, free Pooh Shiesty. I mean, like, really, one of the best trap artists in the game this year. It's a shame that he's probably going to get put up for life.
Deadass.
But it didn't stop Gucci Mane from making music, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
You had a whole lot of bangers throughout there. You got a good collaboration with 21 Savage. You had Take a Life with Fujiano. You had his own tracks like See Red, which did that really good thing that SoundCloud Rap's been doing time to time, mixing rock and grunge and emo with rap music. It really sounds great. It's a really good mix altogether. And also, I like a rap artist who doesn't take themselves that seriously, and the album cover is just hilarious. I love it. That being said, I'm narrowing down. And now it's incredibly hard for me. I can narrow down IDK and Pooh Shiesty, but I just got to talk up these artists. Go ahead and actually talk for me, please.
Those are the two you like the most.
No, those are two I can narrow down.
You can narrow, yeah.
And I can maybe narrow down, because I had a hot take, because Call Me If You Get Lost by Tyler, the Creator was nominated by the Grammys for Best Rap Album. And I said I wouldn't nominate anything the Grammys nominated. Tyler, the Creator might be my one exception. I thought that Call Me If You Get Lost,
such a good record,
phenomenal record,
and it's just keeping up this good form that Tyler, the Creator's had the past 3-4 years.
Yeah, it's a great follow up to Igor. To do a follow up to Igor like that, like
just switch it up, because Igor's more poppy. You have more electronic. It's more on the nose. But Call Me If You Get Lost is just it's hard hitting Tyler.
Yeah, if Igor is Tyler, the Creator's To Pimp a Butterfly, then Call Me If You Get Lost is his damn, at least at this point, right? Yeah. I don't think Kendrick Lamar and Tyler, the Creator are like the same, but like you're getting at that point where like for a generation, Tyler, the Creator is like one of the most recognizable artists of like a type there, especially 100%. In the LA rap game. And so it's very good, but I felt that the project overall didn't have the same amount of replay value and quality that even Igor did. And this is nitpick zone, so I can totally do that. Really, here's what blew me out. Actually, also, the House is Burning by Isaiah Rashad. I think a lot of the talk about TDE, Top Dog Entertainment, being a dead label, I think is overblown. We need to hear SZA's work. We need to hear Kendrick's work. And of course, Kendrick's gone after this. But I think you have a lot of new artists on Top Dog who can still do it. That being said, I think a lot of pressure, maybe necessarily or not, was put onto Isaiah Rashad to come out with a really good album with The House is Burning. And I thought it was really good, but I think you had a lot of songs that were fairly forgettable and a lot of songs that were just really good, some of the best of the year. So now we're getting to, I think, are the three strongest. Melodic Blue, Sometimes I Might Be Introvert, and Vince Staples.
Yeah. To me, I know what my pick is.
Okay.
It's Sometimes I Might Be Introvert by Little Sims. It's such a unique album, and it's just fantastic top to bottom. Her flow is incredible. It makes me honestly start to branch out to different styles of rap, styles of more spoken word, things I don't normally like, but she's really broadening my horizons, which is very hard to do in that regard for a rap and trap. As much as I really, really like Melodic Blue by Baby Keem and Vince Staples self-titled. Vince Staples self-titled is fantastic. It's his best work to date. I think Kenny Beats is just killing it. It's really cool to hear him start going into more trap rap. And Melodic Blue of Baby Keem, there's some for me with Baby Keem, there's some things that hit fantastic on that record, and there's some things I'm still left wanting a little bit more. Left to I don't know if it's just a post production thing, left to make it a little bit cleaner. Also, sometimes his vocals get a little whiny for me, but his flow is good. His lyrics are hilarious and a lot of on the nose, but some things still go really hard. But to me, sometimes I might be introverted. It's just leaps and bounds ahead.
Baby Keem's very smart. He has the versatility of that you need in rap right now. That you can do a little bit of the R&B neo pop stuff like a Drake, but you also have bars. He can do that both balance. He can collaborate well. He does the unique thing, although he's gonna have to branch out of doing like the double song thing because it gets really old really fast, even on the collaborations. You're really at 2, and I remember how I reviewed these albums. Both Little Sims and Vince Staples had me feeling some type of way because Little Sims's album, what I hated the most about it was that I felt like it had too much pomp and circumstance. Vince Staples' album, I felt like, listen, dog, you put in 22 minutes here. This is the hardest 22 minutes I think I've ever heard in rap music, but it's 22 minutes.
Yeah.
And you've got more in you. And like, this should be a drop.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot of bending over to make this a rap album, but I think it's worth it. Like, Vince Staples does so much with so little, and it's part of his personality. It's part of his persona that he's like, he just gets past the bullshit. It's just very Long Beach vibe to it. I think we can all relate to that as well. But Little Sims, like the tracks in there had range, they had emotional depth, and you've got to say, like as a female rapper, to be killing it at that level as she is, I've got to give it to her as well. But I'm sorry, I think we're gonna have to tie this one.
It's fine with me.
Vince Staples killed it this year, and I've got to give it his credit, even though I'm so biased. But yeah,
fine with me.
So we'll tie that with Vince Staples, and Sometimes I Might Be an Introvert by Little Sims. I guess that's 2 of them. Yes.